There we go, guys, and good morning once again if you are joining us for the live recap show. A very interesting morning that we've had so far, and of course I've got a couple of people with me. Unfortunately this morning my associate cowboy slash trucker slash deep voice Scully Rebel was not able to join us. He might actually join us mid-show, I'm hoping. But for now, you have me, Yakusawa. You have with me, of course, our fellow bro slash. What's up?
All good, man.
Yeah, it's lucky, man. But again, early Saturday morning, considering how late we were playing last night.
For sure, yeah. Double coffees all round, eh?
Excellent. And then, of course, we have a guest this morning from AoV, and that is Tackleberry. Tack, what's up, buddy?
Yes, how's it, guys?
Lucky, man. Lucky. You finding a Saturday morning show too early for you as well?
Yeah. Double espresso sorted me out though.
100%. Guys, so just a little bit of information about this morning's show. We will be going through the tables and through all the divisions and, talking about or just at least touching on one or two games. We might actually have a slightly shorter show this morning because of the fact that the main reason why the main thing that we would like to talk about today is about some rewards. Obviously this week was week 7 for Division 1 and Division 1 has in fact closed out, and we'll talk a little bit about Division 1 and the winners of Division 1 and that sort of thing, and there's also some other awards that we'd like to also at least give out to the guys in Division 1. But Tech, from your guys' perspective, I'd love to understand from a clan's point of view, how you guys found the division, how you found season 1, what your views are on clan wars, that sort of thing.
Well, in Battlefield 1 so far, Clan Wars to us was the first tournament that we felt was the step in the right direction.
Yeah.
With the implementation of the rules. A lot of guys still think it's unfair to play these rules, but the point of the rules is to base the game on skill.
Yeah.
Everybody plays with those weapons. Those weapons basically give you have to aim properly. You have to, with the aim assist being off, it's fair for everybody. At the end of the day, people say, oh no, we can't play like this, or I can't play with this weapon, or I can't play without aim assist. But it's there to make you better.
Yeah.
And I think so far the way it's been run is professional. Like, it's definitely the step in the right direction. They must keep you guys must keep this momentum going.
Excellent.
For season 2, season 3, and so on.
Mm-hmm. and
because even if you look at some of the teams, how many teams have improved so much, and it's because of playing with rules like this, they actually become better, and you can see that they're better.
Absolutely.
So yeah. No,
I absolutely agree. And tell me, Tech, from a balancing perspective, obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about AoV as well, and the games that you guys had and that sort of thing. And again, Congratulations so far. It's an undefeated record, or an undefeated, showcase for you guys. But from a balancing perspective, originally, we went through the seeding matches. We put the guys in certain slots. Obviously, Division 1 was chosen quite on merit as well when we started the league. But how do you guys feel about the balancing of Division 1? From my perspective at least, I feel that it was fairly balanced.
Yeah, I think it is. It will only get better from here now, because obviously you have to play for promotion. So things will eventually balance out where you're going to have one league that is just like Division 1 will just be super strong. But that will happen because of all the teams playing to get into that position. So eventually it will work out it will eventually work out that all the strong teams are the strongest 8 are fairly in Division 1. Like, as you said in the beginning, teams were chosen on merit and things like that. I think Division 1 was fair. to be honest. There are some new teams that are strong that are probably going to be in Division 1 and stay there. But I've actually got no complaints about how any of it was done. I think everything was done fairly, and only from here now everything will just get better.
Correct. And then
That's just the way I see it.
And then obviously now with the as we head towards the end of the league, there will be some teams that will be relegated, and then there will be some teams that also move up, that become stronger. I think I also want to this morning just touch on that, because in last week's show we talked about relegation, and we talked about OSB actually being relegated into Division 2. But Tack, you have some news for us, and because of that news, OSB will actually remain in Division 1. And there will be 2 teams from Division 2 that will actually just move up. And maybe now's a good opportunity to give you, or now's a good time to give you an opportunity to tell us what that news is.
Well, the news is AoV will not be participating in Season 2 of Clan Wars.
Yeah.
We've got a hunger to play against the best teams in Europe, and we're going to be entering in quite a few tournaments, T5, T8, and T12 leagues.
Yeah.
It's not like we're forgetting where we came from vibe, but we want to, I think we're ready to take on the top guys in Europe.
Yeah,
we're going to get bruised. We're going to get a couple of cuts and bruises along the way there. I know that. But it's just something the whole team feels that they want to do. We will return. I know we will. But as for Season 2, we'll be stepping out and going after the Europeans for a bit.
Yeah, and
we'll try and put SA on the map there.
Great, man. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Also, I think for the guys, just to also understand, and maybe Tack, you can just jump in and correct me if I'm wrong. But based on the discussion that we've had, it's also not only an availability thing in terms of just being that busy, but also making sure that you could field the teams all the time when there's matches international. I know that when you enter more than one sort of league, it becomes tough on the guys to play 2 or 3 organized games a week. So I know that you guys are planning to focus. That's the goal that you want to go after. And it requires that focus and availability of all the guys. So, from that perspective, we wish you guys good luck. We will be watching, of course, if the information is available. Also supporting you guys and sharing what you're doing and that sort of thing. But I think it's great that you guys are going out there and representing South Africa from that perspective as well. So good luck with that.
Nah, thanks very much.
Lekker. Excellent. Slash, I don't know if there's anything that you wanted to ask Tack before we move on to starting maybe with some rewards.
Yeah, I just want to say good luck. First of all, I think it's going to be interesting to see you guys playing there with all the challenges, experiencing service and those kind of things. But maybe Tack, just a question. There might be other teams that also wants to go this route in time to come. What advice can you give them, or what would you tell them?
It's just exposing themselves to games which have rules like it is now in Division in Clan Wars. Play more games with a structured environment, because that's the only way the Europeans play. They don't play anything else but the way we are playing. Well, we played this first season. That's how they play. It's the only way to improve your own skills. And the more games you have under those rules, the better you're going to become. Then once you feel comfortable with the setup, the way it's been played, your squad roles, who's playing, what classes, and you're used to the weapons and what maps are restrictions and all that, then if you've done enough of it, then go play a couple of friendlies first against European teams, and see how you feature. If you feel you're strong enough, then enter a league register, but the way it is going right now is the right way. That's the most important thing. So the team's only going to progress from here.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a nice surprise, and I hope it's working at the moment. But I think Scully Rebel has joined us, and I want to give Scully an opportunity as well. Scully, first of all, good morning, mate. How are you?
Hey man, these internet gremlins are on my case this morning, I'm telling you. I was on earlier and then all of a sudden got disconnected just before the show starts. So good morning everybody. Tack, how's it, buddy? It's good to have you here.
Yes,
I
thanks, man.
followed a little bit of the conversation, but not all of it. But I just wanted to say congratulations on your exceptional achievement of being undefeated within Division 1 for our first season.
Yes.
Not only that, but I mean, you've actually been undefeated since the launch of Battlefield 1.
Yes.
Yeah, that's excellent, man.
But yeah, Skelly, I don't know. We've always been competitive, man. AoV's actually only ever lost one game in 5 years. That's
Yeah.
That must have been that must have been the day you guys drank yourself into pieces.
I sat for like 2 days shocked. I didn't know what was going on. That felt weird. But the thing is, like it's also part of our reasoning to go play against the European guys.
Yeah.
We want to play there. Like, we want to play against the best. We know we're going to lose a few games against. Well, we're going to lose quite a few games, but we'll win more than we lose. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, I know the challenge is there. I'm not saying there's no challenge in South Africa, but at the moment, I feel that AoV is just that one step ahead. It's just because the team's been together for quite a while. The experience and all that, and we can see that the local teams are catching up. We can see that. LGD's catching up, definitely.
So it's not like you're running away from them or anything like that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That the pressure that they're breathing down your neck a little bit now.
No, not at all, man. We had a tough game against them. We did. Yeah. But you know what? The thing is, we actually didn't play well at all. And we still managed to get the win. But in saying that, I know they definitely playing well. They're playing better. And but yeah, like I asked you guys the other day, we don't mind. Maybe we have like a fun event, a Cup Winners' Cup thing. If whoever wins Division 2, Season 2, if we can have like a little fun event, Season 1 winners versus Season 2 winners for a Cup Winners' Cup final or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
Nothing official.
Good. Yeah.
Nothing official, but it can just be like a friendly game or.
Yeah, absolutely.
But see, I definitely don't want. I definitely don't want like what happened now, running Clan Wars and Tier 1's games, tournaments.
Yeah.
It just became too many games, and it was too much. Yeah. I actually feel burnt out, and I think a few of my players also feel burnt out. So we don't want to be in that situation again where we play in Season 2 and we're having to deal with the European guys. So we thought, okay, let's step out of Season 2 and we just go after the European guys. Once we're done there, we come back for Season 3.
Yeah.
So, that's just the way we feel at the moment.
All good. I mean, I'm sure that we'll play some games like in public servers and so on, friendlies. I mean, we played against you guys last night, a few of your players, and some of the Conquest games. And one of the guys that constantly came up on my screen was Delta's CUNNING. We actually,
was he flying?
No. We were on foot. Yeah, we were having a match there on Suez, and we came to a situation where I was shooting at him, and he was on the other side of the wall, and I missed, and eventually I jumped over the wall, and it was this little tango that we had, and eventually he shot me. He shot me, and then just with a gentle dip, obviously, just said hi, and then he moved on again. But That was all fun. Eh?
Little
Yeah.
marriage proposal, and then on second thought, no, let's move on.
Good luck with the future and your endeavors on that side, Tackleberry. I'm sure that you'll keep the South African flag flying high on that side.
Yeah,
And,
we'll try.
Yeah, obviously you'll still compete in BF Nations.
Yeah, I think
on that
around
side.
June, the BFN that we were promoted to Division 1 for front
I remember
lines.
that.
But that's no joke. Like the teams in Division 1 is the who's who of the best battlefield teams. Like it's really, you got Venom in there, AO1. It's those teams are like, they've been on the top of the food chain for the past 4 or 5 years, you know. So playing against them is, I know, because I've played with some of those guys before. I used to be in a few international teams, and I know what those guys can do, man. That's scary. So it's a massive challenge for us, but yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to go for it.
Lucky, man. Good luck.
All good.
Right, guys, we're not going to completely stop talking about AoV, of course. Again, the reason why Tack is here this morning, if you are joining us on the stream just now, you should get up slightly earlier, maybe make some coffee. But if you are joining us, we still appreciate it. if you are watching the stream and you are not subscribed, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Also, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment if you would like. It obviously also helps with the promotion of what we are trying to achieve. If you would like to follow along later this morning when we talk about the tables, please do so on www.bfclanwars.net. Alternatively, you can also check out the shared page on Facebook/BF Clan Wars, but we'll talk about that as we go along. For now, I'd like to move on to the awards, and if you look on the screen now, the first award there, and that is for our undefeated champions for Division 1, Season 1, Battlefield Clan Wars for the Premier League, is Act of Valor. So, we've spoken at length this morning to Tack about, AoV and what the guys are doing and, all sorts of things. But Tack, from our side, it was really, really brilliant to have you guys. Your games always, pulled in a lot of spectators, both because people wanted to watch you as well as learn from the team and see what they are doing. So congratulations from our side. A lot of respect. I know there's always a lot of banter going on, and as it goes with good teams, you attract a bit of banter and that sort of thing. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of respect for the team in the community from a gaming point of view and the achievements that you guys have done. So from our side, again, congratulations and well done on being the official winners of Division 1 for Season 1 in the Premier League.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks a lot, Tam.
Good. So from that perspective, guys, you'll see that there's some icons on the screen as well. And when we go into the web page just after this, I will also just quickly show you before we move on to the tables where these icons are going to be showing on the web page. Obviously, as you know, when we started with the league, the idea was also to assist teams in sort of helping them to build a little bit of a CV, if you want. And, as we go through the divisions and the different seasons, the awards and things that teams will get will be displayed on their own homepage on the Clan Wars site. Also to help that team, if they ever want to, record what they've done in different divisions or want to send someone a link to say, this is our team, this is what we're about, that those awards and things also appear on the website. And I will show you guys, just where we will do those updates. But of course, that icon that you have on the screen now, the little cup there with the Battlefield Clan Wars and the Act of Valor name at the bottom, that will of course appear on the site under that section as well. Excellent stuff. So we also have some other awards that we would like to talk about this morning, and things that will happen with some of the other teams in Division 1. Of course, when we talk about Division 1 this morning, we're not only talking about AoV and their achievements. We also want to talk about some of the other awards that other teams within Division 1 will get. And the first one that we are going to talk about is the To the End award. So if you guys look at the screen now, there's a little award over there. I think it's actually very nice, and I've got to give Scully some credit here. He designed all of these medals and the implementation system of how we are going to get it on the website. So Scully, from my side, well done. I think these look absolutely great.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think it's important that we recognize the efforts of everybody participating in Clan Wars, not only for the winners. We will always highlight the winners, but I mean, the Battlefield one To the End medal that we've spoke about will be awarded to every team that participated within Clan Wars in Division 1. So everybody will have something on their screen or on their clan page, as a little memorabilia of their achievement and obviously the games that they participated in.
Correct. So, guys, as Scully just mentioned, the medal that you now see there on the screen, that'll be for all teams that participated in Division 1. And maybe I should just make it clear. It says To the End for a reason. It's if you participated in Battlefield Clan Wars until the end. so if you registered, played 2 games and fall out, unfortunately the medal you can't get the medal. But for those teams, and you know what, I'm actually quite happy to say that in Division 1, I mean, we had 1 team drop out, which was unfortunate, but I mean, we started with 8, we finished with 7. I think that's actually a very, very good, I want to almost say score for us, because because we do find that sometimes in these, organized matches, a lot of guys start off fast and furious, and then, sort of midway they lose speed and drop out, and I mean that's obviously for the organizers of something like that, it's always it's not a nice thing to happen. So also well done to the Division 1 teams from that perspective. You guys sticking it out. We try to keep the schedule as accommodating as possible. Try to keep the way that the games are organized as easy as possible. Fixture setup, that sort of thing. So, but well done for sticking around and finishing the season. And of course, from that perspective, this reward will then come your way. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Slash, is there anything you want to add?
No, nothing at this stage, Jaku. Maybe just I think it's nice to have something and to run all the course of the matches. So thanks for all the guys that's still participating.
Excellent. Right. So moving on, and the next award that we would like to give out is the award. It's a YouTube award, but the award is called Dedicated, and it is actually for a dedicated stream team. It is for those guys, in Division 1 that in between their matches that they play, in between the friendlies that they set up, they still set time aside to stream other people's games. And to be honest with you, I mean, I do a bit of streaming myself as well, and it's not always, it's not always easy to manage all of these things all at once. I mean, you have to, organize with the guys with the game time. You've got to try and, be as professional and as unbiased as you can on these commentaries that you do. And in Division 1, there are actually 2 teams that are going to be sharing this award. Sorry, guys. Because there are 2 teams in Division 1 that really stood out for us from that perspective. And those 2 teams are MRU and MAD. Both these teams have dedicated stream teams, and both of them broadcasted a whole host of matches. Obviously from the 2 teams, I think MRU did slightly more than what MAD did, but Mad also managed to get a lot of streams out there. So guys, from our perspective, obviously, we've been promoting streamers and, people streaming the Clan Wars games, because Clan Wars is not only about, giving teams exposure and having the guys play a good comp, but it's also about, getting talent out there, guys who are into things like streaming and commentating and, that sort of thing. I mean, there's people that actually make a living out of this sort of thing. So, from that perspective, we also wanted to promote and thank with this little reward the guys who put in that little bit of extra effort to also make sure that the rest of the community can enjoy, a lot of these games, because obviously we can't cover it all ourselves. We just don't have the capacity to. Scully, you want to add something yet?
Yeah, and I just wanted to say thanks to the guys who's doing, taking the time and effort to stream the games, and so this will be a token of our appreciation that will be displayed on your clan page.
Excellent, great. So well done to those two teams, MRU and MAD, who have really, sort of come to the party from that perspective. Hopefully the next season we might be able to give this award to more people. I think it's a nice thing to have there and to be able to display on your page, showing that there's some depth other than just game and game skill, to a team as well. So well done. Right, guys, moving on then to the next award, and this award is the CANDOR Award. Now, the next two awards actually were voted awards. So we put a little poll up, and we asked the teams in Division 1 to vote for the teams in Division 1, and the results came back. And if you are wondering what the CANDOR Award is about, the CANDOR Award is given to the team that, according to the other teams in Division 1, is a team that shows very good sportsmanship behavior. It's a team that is helpful, that tries and gives advice, that, might also be, stream your games if you ask them to, will jump on board if there's friendlies being offered and, that sort of thing. And the CANDOR Award, as voted by the teams in Division 1 for Division 1, this season goes to MRU. So well done, MRU. I think you guys are a bunch of great guys as well. I've had the pleasure of playing with some of you, and also, chatting to you guys in parties and that sort of thing. And I do think that MRU is an exceptionally sportsman's-like team, if you want. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Within Clan Wars, we know that there's a lot of negativity sometimes around certain subject matter and so on, and we feel that we need to recognize the guys who bring a positive spin to the Clan Wars franchise as a whole. So it's important to recognize their efforts and what they do in the community for their fellow clan mates and oppositions, obviously, within a league like this. We need it to try and stay a bit more positive, and hence the thought behind this award.
Excellent. That's great. So congratulations, as well done, MRU. I don't know, Tech, if there's anything that you wanted to add. You obviously in Division 1. I mean, I saw the votes went in and things like that as well. If there's anything that you want to say to these MRU guys as well.
I'm sorry, man. A phone call came through now, and I actually couldn't hear anything you just asked. I just heard Tech.
No problem.
That's all I heard.
So I was saying that obviously you played in Division 1, with MRU, and with MRU receiving this award for good sportsmanship. I know you dealt with the guys. You also had to set up some games with them and that sort of thing. I don't know if there's anything you want to say about that.
Yeah, cool. I mean, we've played a couple of friendlies against, and also in the friendlies, they want to play with a rule structure. And they stuck to the rule structure, So from that point, I like that. I like it when teams want to do that, where they want to implement those sort of things. So, yeah, I somewhat agree with us.
You somewhat agree.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy.
Yeah, because it's a difficult decision to make, because there are quite a few teams that do also, did quite well with regards to this award. So, I mean, yeah.
No, it is difficult. Guys, again, I just want to touch on that again. So the CANDOR Award and the next award are both voted awards by the Division 1 teams for the Division 1 teams. So from that perspective, well done to MRU. And the same goes with the next award, which is also a voted award. And I must be honest, and I hope Niku is listening, I did not vote for you, but the Division 1 teams felt that you guys deserve the CUNNING Award. Now the CUNNING Award is actually given to the team that the other teams felt had some of the best strategies, during the play games. And the CUNNING Award goes to Mad, actually, and this was like as voted by the other Division 1 teams. So Mad, well done. I think this is actually a very nice award to get, and to know that other teams are seeing you guys as good strategic players, or having those cunning skills, if you want. So from that perspective, super well done. Slash, sorry, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, no, just well done, and what an awesome medal to actually have. I really like this one.
Yeah. Both the design is very cool, as well as I think it's a nice award to put in the little cupboard over there, saying that we just don't run and gun. There is some strategy that goes into it, and of course I was just kidding about the not voting for you guys. I do think that there is a lot of strategy and strategic play. I don't think this was an easy one though for the Division 1 teams to vote for. I mean the Division 1 captains obviously had visibility to the voting all along. And if you look at that, sort of voting that happened along the CUNNING Award, throughout the day I saw, because obviously the guys are allowed to change their vote, as many times as they want, but there's a cutoff time. And I saw those numbers changing throughout the day quite a few times. And there was a couple of times that Mad was actually not in the lead and then came back into the lead. And so I don't think I think a lot of the guys were between them and another team. But at the end, the leaders of Division 1 felt that Mad was the guys that they want to pick. So Mad, well done on receiving the CUNNING Award for Season 1. I think it's a nice achievement. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to Mad on that one. I know that Bokies has promoted the gameplay of thieving tanks from the beginning of the season. And we have definitely seen a few of that happening. There was a few matches that were streamed. I think one was by Dying Dutchman, where a player deserted the tank and the other team took advantage of that. So it all comes down to strategies, gameplay, stuff like that, and I think, with Mad itself, that earned this award, obviously, were voted by the clan leaders from within Division 1. They saw the way that they play and the skills and obviously strategies within their gameplay. So well done, Mad.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Well done.
Then, guys, we're moving on to the second last award. Actually the last award. And this is the award going to AoV. And the reason for it is the award is called Untamed. And Untamed is the award that we give to a team within a division that had 0 losses. So effectively, if you have an unbeaten record in that particular division, you will receive the award called Untamed. Now, Tak, I know you can't see it at the moment because you can't see my screen. But guys, if you look at this award, it is wow,
it looks nice with a skull on it.
Oh, no, you'll see the other one coming up. Remember, there's a slight delay.
It still says CUNNING
in the stream. But when Scully did this design, and Scully, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the design and why you picked to do it this way?
Yeah, there was a little bit of thought behind this one because, I mean, most of the guys who will receive this award would have been guys that have played previous Battlefield titles, such as Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, and so on. And
That's the
I
general
know
of the
that.
army emblem.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I decided to use a little memorabilia from Battlefield 4, which is the general emblem, and to combine it with this award. Just to show that, like, the progression and that kind of thing, but it brings back a little bit of a memory, if you look at the award itself. But yeah, well done, Tack, you guys there with your undefeated within the league. So as Jakub mentioned, in each division, if there is a team that's undefeated for a specific season, you will also receive this award.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Thanks, guys.
Excellent.
You're welcome, man.
Guys, and I do think that the reason why we have specifically, also did, something like the Untamed Award is that it is really for us a massive achievement if you can go through an entire season without losing a match. It's not, as Tech said earlier, with the rules, taking the rules into account, taking into account that every time I see a team, they play better, they get better, getting to a point at the end of a season and being undefeated is a massive achievement. I think it's something that definitely needs to be called out. So, well done to AoV for receiving this award as well, the Untamed Award. I think it's a beautiful award, to be honest. I mean, I'd love to display that somewhere. So congratulations for that, man.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Guys, and that is the awards that will be given out for Division 1 this morning. Congratulations to everybody who received those individual awards. They will be updated on the website somewhere during the coming week. So the Division 1 guys will already be able to see that on their pages. And if anybody else wants to go and look then at their pages, you will see the awards being updated somewhere in the week as well. From that perspective, this is not the only awards that will be given out, but obviously there are some awards that can only be given out once the entire season has closed, throughout all divisions. So there will be at the end of the season. So when all the divisions have closed down, there will be another award show, and then there will be some additional awards, call it if you want to, that will again be given out there. But for today, that is what we had from call it an awards perspective. I don't know if there's anybody that wants to add anything before we move on to the tables.
Yeah, no, all in all, just congratulations to everybody who participated in Division 1. All the teams there, LGD, AoV, MAD, MRU, DPS, Red, OSB. All you guys that participated within Division 1, we want to thank you for your participation and competing within the Clan War series. We will open up registrations for Season 2 within the next week or two. And we hope to see everybody there again. But all in all, congratulations and thanks for your participation.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Guys, and then as we said earlier, and thanks Dex for sharing that news with us, because AoV will not be participating in Season 2, what has happened as a result of that, OSB will actually no longer be relegated out of Division 1. OSB will actually stay within Division 1 for Season 2, and then there will be 2 teams moving up from Division 2 into Division 1 to keep it Division 1 at 8. So maybe that's just some additional news that we wanted to also give you guys from that perspective.
Yeah, also just to mention on that there will not be a playoff between the second last and the second team within Division 1 and 2 for this specific season. Because of AoV not participating, the second team within Division 2 would have played OSB, for their position. But even if they play them and OSB, as an example, loses, they will still stay there because then OSB would have moved down to Division 2 and then automatically moved up again. because of the one space that's available within Division
It kind
1.
of sounds like I've created a headache for you guys.
Little bit, Ted.
Yeah,
Little bit.
a little bit of more administration that was anticipated. But
I'm
all
listening
good,
to
no
all of
worries.
this and I'm like, oh, shit, maybe I caused that problem.
So that is the situation at the moment. So I think OSB will be happy with that decision as well. And then of course we'll see as we go through the tables who will be there. So guys, we're going to go to the website now, and you will see it on your screen there. But before I move on to the tables, I just want to re-highlight where those awards will be. So if you go to the website, you will see that there's a button called Teams. If you click on the Team button, you will see, of course, all the divisions and their teams there. All the teams and the different divisions there. And just as an example, I'm just going to click on AoV, and that'll take you to the clan page. Of course, at the moment, there's already a list of achievements there of things that AoV has achieved, but of course, there will be a specific section on that page that will show the different awards won in this season of Clan Wars, and that is where those little icons that you saw this morning will be displayed. So in case you want to go and look next week, that is where you will be able to find them. Right, so moving on to the tables then. Division 1, we're not going to talk too much this morning about Division 1. Obviously, from that perspective, AoV at the top with the unbeaten record there of 21 points. LGD in a close second. I think these guys played exceptionally well throughout the season. Of course, the game that they lost, Attack was, of course, that's the only game that LGD actually lost was against AoV. So, extremely well played from those guys. Then there's not a huge score difference there. A couple of points. Mad ending up in the 3rd position. Mad well played there. Obviously also getting some awards this morning. MRU ended up in the 4th position. They actually literally knocked DPS out this the last game they played. DPS was in 5 and DPS was in 4 and MRU in 5, and then after the game this week, that position changed over. So MRU ending there on 12 points, DPS on 11, just a 1 point difference between the two. Red ending up then on 6 on 8 points. OSB was and then OSB ended on 6 points. On 6 points. I think I said Red ended on 6. Red ended on 8. So all in all, with the Division 1 Season 1 coming to an end, all 7 games played, I think all the teams in here deserve to be in Division 1. All of them are very strong. I mean, you can see the point differences are not massive, especially between sort of 3, 4, and 5. Very little in it. Literally 1 game sort of loss in it. So I'm really, really looking forward to see how these teams practice and improve for Season 2. Yeah. Guys, anything that you want to add on this for Division 1?
No.
Yeah, just
not me.
Yeah, I think we covered Division 1 a lot now, but yeah, just once again, thanks to everybody who participated there. It was great fun watching and spectating you guys. Hope to see you in Season 2.
Excellent. So moving on to Division 2, and of course these guys are all still busy. Division 2 still have, I think, 2 weeks left. 3 after this week. I think they still have. It's 3 weeks left because they will play up until 9. So there's still 3 weeks to go for Division 2. And at the moment, very interesting. Right at the top, sharing the first position is DI and Section 187. So S187. Both of these guys on 18 points at the moment. And of course, both of them at the moment still in the running for that Untamed award. So if you were watching the awards with us, you would have seen that if you play the entire season without a loss, then you will be in line for the Untamed award. And at the moment, the only 2 teams that have had 0 losses so far is DI and Section 187. So those 2 teams in the running for that award. Then in 3rd position, we have Lots. Followed by 4Q, Lots on 16, 4Q on 12. We've got ONEP there on 9 points, followed by SNLV, NDK and PF all sharing 7 points in 6, 7 and 8 position. We have EMC then and Gig there in the bottom end of the table as well. So at the moment, the two teams that sort of they're not in the relegation zone yet, because that'll only be the week before the last game that they will be in there. But at the moment, that are at threat of the relegation from Division 2 is EMC and Gig 797. And that's sort of where we are with Division 2. This week, however, unfortunately, I did not get an opportunity to watch a lot of the Division 2 games. I don't know if there's anybody who watched some of the Division 2 games here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was busy with the Xbox guys who's going to join us in Season 2, so I didn't have an opportunity to watch. But from what I can see from the scores and the reporting of these scores and so on, and some of the chats that I followed on Discord, it seems like all the guys had good fun. There wasn't a lot of mistakes made. A few here and there that forfeited a map or two by breaking the rules or using the wrong weapon and that kind of thing. Not serious stuff, but I just want to make you guys aware to make sure that you know the rules, because at the end of the day, it's going to cost you some points. But all in all, to all the teams who participated in Division 2 and still sticking around, hats off to EMC and Gig, who haven't decided to make a run for it. Hats off to you guys. Good sportsmanship on that side, and thank you for your participation.
Excellent.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch any of these, but it seems like DI and S187 is going to make us wait until week 9 to see them play each other. So it's going to be an interesting match, because I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah, definitely a good.
Yeah, because pretty much that, if things go like they go at the moment, again, I mean, Lots is not too far off from a scoring perspective, and so is 4Q. But if it does happen, then these guys literally almost play each other, in the last game of the season, right? So it's going to be a cracker, and hopefully we can bring you an exciting into Division 2 as well. Right, guys, moving on to Division 3 then. Sorry,
man, just quickly, can I, the DI game, is that next week or the following?
If you give me a second, I can quickly have a look here for you.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah. 3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks' time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did Division 2 start later than Division? Is that why it's taking a little...
Yes, they started a week later, or the Division 2 and Division 3 and Division 4 started a week after Division 1.
Okay.
And the Division 2 has got 10 teams, so they will play by default 9 weeks, plus the extra one that they've started a week after you guys. Hence, they're still left with 3 to go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So maybe just on that, I just want to point out that for Season 2, we are going to see what it ends up looking like, but we are going to try and also align those timings a little bit closer. I mean, all along, the plan was to have Division 1 finish before everyone else, just because there's some admin and things that need to be done around the awards and that sort of thing. But obviously, I think with the guys finishing maybe 2 weeks after each other, I think that's what we're aiming for. But we'll see how that works out. Again, the planning and organization of this sort of thing is quite complex, but we'll do our best to have that open. I don't think a 3-week span is too bad. Of course, there then might be about a week, call it rest period if you want, before the next division opens. Of course, bearing in mind that in the meantime, the registration will open for the new clans and all sorts of things like that. But we will keep you guys updated in terms of the timing and how we progress on that. Moving on to Division 3 then. At the moment, the two teams that stand out there, and I must be honest, I do think these are the two teams that will stand out, going for the remainder of the season, because there is quite a bit of a score gap opening between them and the rest of the table. And that is First and Raw, and again, both those teams up for the Untamed award. Both of them haven't had a loss as yet, and both of those teams on 18 points. So, I did actually manage to watch I think it was the first game this week. Not all of it, but those guys definitely, their skill week on week is improving. So is Raw. And I do think that when it comes to relegation, that these two teams will, both have a very good opportunity to move up in the divisions, but both of them on 18 points at the moment. Then we have THC there on 9, sharing that position with Raki on 9 as well. Then very close with 8 points, WTF, again, which is a team that came from nowhere when the season started, didn't know them at all, didn't know who they were or how they played, and actually showing some very good skill there from WTF on 8 points. We've got VTRN on 7, CTK on 3, UB on 3, and then ITF on 2. Slash, you are probably the most qualified to give us some opinions on this division.
Well, what can I say? VTRN lost their match. Unfortunately, one of the guys spawned in with a illegal weapon. The guys in our side realized that, and we told the other team, so we lost the map. The WTF guys, as you say, new team, they came back and they won the last map. So good for them to take it. But again, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen between First and Raw. If I have to put my bets on somebody, I'm putting it on Raw. Sorry, First. But I think they're also going to have some cracker of the games. There's other teams still close in competition that's playing out for third and fourth spots and these kind of things. But towards the end, I think we'll see some nice plays coming out of the Division 3 league.
Yeah, excellent. Scully, from your side?
Yeah, I think all the teams playing within Division 3, we can definitely see. Obviously, the teams are well balanced with this division, but we're definitely going to see some good relegations happening with teams who will deserve it. I think First and Raw has played an excellent season so far. Good pilots, good medics, good assault players all around, good tankers as well, and support guys, helping, assisting the tanks and keeping them alive and that kind of thing. So yeah, all in all, good team play from the squads within those clans, and just good luck to everybody. There's there's about 2 weeks I think left for Division 3 until their final round. So good luck to you guys, and thanks for sticking around.
Excellent. Right, guys, then moving on to Division 4. So Division 4 at the moment, again, a very interesting division. We've been doing some work around how this division will work. And obviously you guys know about, well, I hope by now, everybody is aware of the T5 league that will run within Season 2. And pretty much because of the interest shown not only by the community but also by the teams in this sort of smaller game modes is really what sparked that. But of course now for Season 1 we will finish off with Division 4 on the domination side, and I think that the team to call out there for me at the moment is probably Royal. The reason for that is that these guys literally came from nowhere. They actually came from COD. And inviting somebody to the Battlefield family, if you a COD player, for me is always it's always a lot of fun, right? I get this warm feeling when somebody says, "Well, now I play Battlefield," right? So I love that sort of thing. So the guys have they rocked up, they played, they are making a name for themselves, and they are actually in the first position there at the moment on 16 points. Unfortunately, in this division, nobody will qualify for that award for having an unbeaten record, because everybody at least has had one loss so far. Also, again, a couple of weeks left for these guys to sort of finish out the division, but very close from a scoring perspective between Royal and TRC. And there might be some upsets still in the pipeline, just because the score is so close. There also Mads, which is the Mad Social team, and MRU2, also they're sharing the same score on 10 points. So very, very close. Hussein obviously on 6, and then Save on 0. And, I've got to give it to these Save guys, as we've mentioned with every other division this morning, the guys that are at the bottom, this far into the season. Guys, thank you very much for sticking around, not giving up and, giving us games to watch and that sort of thing. I mean, I've spoken to a couple of the Save guys before on chats and that sort of thing. Really a bunch of great guys. There's some good sportsmanship there as well. So from our side, thank you very much for that.
I just want to add to that, Yaku, like Tack said this morning, obviously if you end up in the bottom of a division, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, some of the guys are new players to the game, and it's important that the more games you play within a structured environment, such as clan wars with rules and regulations and stuff like that, and also friendlies, will contribute to the success and overall achievements for that specific clan. So, just perseverance. And like Tack said, I mean, the AoV clan has not been around for 6 months or a year. They've been around for a long time. They've played across different battlefield series before. They've been around for more than 5-6 years, Tack.
Almost 5 years, I think. It's almost 5 years. Yeah.
So I mean, if you guys, the clan leaders, if you're in a clan, it's easy to, maybe get cross with some of your players and leave a clan and decide I'm going to start my own clan and all of that. And at the end of the day, it's your prerogative to do that. But for a clan to really make a name for themselves and stand out above the rest, it takes a lot of hard work and discipline. And it takes a lot of effort to get the guys together and get to a point where everyone in your team understands the culture of the team and that kind of thing, and the way that the guys play together. And it's important, so when these guys meet up in public arenas or in leagues like this, to give it your best and learn from your teammates, in order to make a success at the end of the day and grow a decent clan brand name, if I can call it that, to be a recognized clan. It's not going to happen overnight. We've had many discussions with Tack in the beginning when we just started this, and even friendlies last year and so on. And one of the things that he said is it takes time. It's like a good wine, it has to sit on the shelf and you have to turn it a bit and that kind of thing. So just persevere, stick together, and just don't give up. And I'm sure that you guys will make it at the end of the day. But all in all, good luck and well done to the Save team for playing in Division 4.
Excellent. Right, guys, that is effectively the tables for the week. I've had fun this morning. I like giving out awards and I like recognizing, people. Actually, I think all of us do. We like when, so obviously you guys are participating, and, we want to also show, the value that we think it is, given to us from you guys in terms of participation. So I really like giving out the awards. So I had fun doing that. Obviously, we've gone through the tables. There are no major issues that I want to point out this week. I think, again, guys, just familiarize yourself with the rules. Obviously, we are still in discussions with both Xbox and then also I believe that some discussions has materialized on the PC side, and we'll give you guys some more information. Scully's a very busy man between Xbox and PC and, building sites and doing all sorts of stuff. So thanks for that. Guys, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to say last words. Tack, let's maybe start with you.
Well, one thing is, just want to say well done and thank you to Battle Bros. I think Clan Wars is on an international level as it is right now, and obviously I think it's just going to get better. I love the structure, the effort. I know this is not easy. This is not quick, and it's not easy to set this up. There's time and effort that had to be put into it. So from my side, I just want to say well done to you guys. Keep it going, because this is the right direction to get everybody stronger. Secondly, I just want to say thanks to all the guys in AoV, players. You guys are beasts. It's a pleasure playing alongside you guys, and let's go give the Europeans hell.
Right, man.
Yeah.
So thanks for the compliment, Tack. I mean, we appreciate that. Definitely, there is work and effort that's going in, but for the love of the game and to progress everyone, right? That's what it's about. Scully?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the compliment, Tack. We really appreciate it. And you know that that many people don't know is we do rely on teams as yourself for some advice from time to time when we need some answers or clarification on that side, especially within a competition environment. We've had discussions with you and with Rob Ridinghood, who's quite familiar with all rule sets of different game modes and so on. So from our side, thanks for being there. And when we drop a question, and always keen to help and assist. So I mean, your contribution towards Clan Wars is also appreciated, and just want to say thanks to you and Rob for that on that side as well. And then just to everybody else who's still participating within Clan Wars, good luck with your last few weeks. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. And to the streamers who's still committed on broadcasting some of these games to the rest of the guys who can watch them afterwards or live streaming. I know it happens sometimes that there's more than one game happening at one time, and that's where these streamers really play their part, because it gives the rest of the clans who are playing the opportunity to watch the games at a later stage. So thanks to you guys on that side, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Okay, Slash.
Awesome.
Yeah, Tack, thanks, man, and all of the best for AoV in your European challenges and upcoming games that you guys are going to participate in. And then to the rest of the guys, good luck with the next week. And all of the best there.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Right, guys. So from my side, then I mean, obviously, an exciting week that has passed with Division 1 closing. But of course, we move on, and there's still a battle to be fought. The battle. They say the battle has been won for Division 1, but the war is not finished. So the war is ongoing for Division 2, 3 and 4, and we will be bringing you some games next week. Obviously, we would want you to also catch up with us next week again on our catch-up show next Saturday to see how Division 2, 3 and 4 are progressing towards the end, who will be the winners, who will be at the bottom of the table, who's getting close to the awards. If you have joined us this morning, thank you very much for joining. If you have subscribed, that's great. If you have not, please do so. Hit the little bell to get some notifications. Give us a like and a thumbs up, and also leave a comment if you would like. It also helps with the promotion of the channel. Guys, if you want to go and check out the website that we spoke about this morning, that is on www.bfclanwars.net, or join us on the Facebook group for Battlefield Clan Wars specific related information on Facebook/BF Clan Wars. You will find it there as well, and you would have seen the address when we were talking about the website this morning. I am super excited for how Season 1 is going, and I am getting more and more excited about the plans that we have for Season 2. So guys, that is us for this morning. I'm Yako Sau for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.